So Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Ushai, Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Ushai, Brakataya Hawa, Brakataya Ushai. First and foremost, want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, Gavlanas to the apostles, and elders who will have written a stone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiums and the folk and the earth to push the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom. Right, this evening, I want to do a lesson on this article, right? It's a Quora, search for question, people and topics, right? And this is the question A. Which parent determine the race? Which race go back to nationality, right? You understand? Our nation, right? So these devils, these devils know the truth, but they teach you that your nationality, or your nationality or your nation, who you is determined by a piece of land. But here the question that asks you, which parent determine the race of the child, the mother or the father, right? But your race go back to your nationality or your nation, right? Your father is determining your nationality. Your father determine what race you gonna be. If you're gonna be a Israelite, a Moabite with a Chinese, a Hamite, which is the African, so-called African, a Edomite, which is the so-called white race, Elamite, which is the so-called East Indian, right? Your race or your nation or your nationality is determined by your father, right? Not your mother, right? It's said genetically both do. This is wrong, right? But yet still they give a piece of truth here, right? They know that, hey, your race is determined from your parent, which is your father, not your mother. Your mother just bear you, right? This person is Mary DeWitt, and this guy is a woman, right? She said genetically both do, which is incorrect. Half of your gene are from your mother, half from your father, which is incorrect. The spirit in the child the spirit came from the father, right? And when the man inject his sperms into she, the man's sperms carry the X and Y chromosome, right? And the man's X and Y chromosome determine if the child gonna be a boy or a girl, right? He said whether trail you have curly versus straight hair, blue eyes versus brown eyes, light skin versus dark skin, etc. All this is madness, right? All this is madness, right? The mother do not determine the race of the child. Mother just bear the child. That's all she do. She bear the child for 9, 10 months, right? He said depend on the mix. He said dominant and recessive genes in your DNA. Your DNA is the map your cell follow when the baby develop. It determines everything from blood type to baldness. It is what make you special. Two brothers with the same parents will be the same race. The two brothers of the same parents will be the same race. Yeah, if an Israelite man lay down with a Japanese woman, right, which is Ammonite, right, the child gonna be an Israelite. You understand? So this the offer this too, right? The Israelite man is a so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American Indian, right? Any Israelite man lay down with any woman from any other nation or any other race, the child can still be an Israelite because the fathers who determine the race or the nation and the nationality of the child. Right? So they say two brothers of the same parents will be the same race. This is correct too. This is correct too. I'm not saying it's wrong. This is correct too. But an Israelite man play them with a Japanese or a Chinese woman, and the child can still be an Israelite. Or an Edomite man, which is a so-called white man, he can lay down with any other race beside his race, and the child can still be an Edomite because your father determined the race or the nation or the nationality of that child. Race means nation, right? He said, that's basically it, right? I ain't really gotta go no more in this, right? Right. Let me just get something with the X and Y chromosome. Right. This is the gender baby. Right. He said female have an XX pair of sex chromosome, and male and XY pair. A baby gender is determined by the sperms cell that fertilize the woman egg. So it still say the gender. If it can be a male or a female is determined by the male, right? By the sperms that fertilize the woman egg. So the sperms come from the man. So the man is who going to determine the nationality of the child, the race of the child, right? Not a piece of land. You see that? You see these top elites and them know that, but they push it in. They push it on the society that you know your land, whatever land you're born in. There's your nationality. There's madness. That's confusion. That is not according to the scriptures, right? See, say the gender is determined by the sperm cell that fertilize a woman egg. Sperms carry one sex chromosome, either a Y, which is male, or X, female. To better, he said, to better understand, let us look at how sperms develop. A. Human sperms results from the division of a cell containing 46 chromosome pairs, including one pair of sex chromosome, one X and one Y. So exactly half of the man's sperms have Y, male chromosome, and half X, female chromosome. So this is clearly showing that the man is determining the gender of the child, and the man also determine the race of the child. Right? Not no half man and half woman. Your mother just bear you. You come from your father. You come from your father not sack. Right? He said the 22 other chromosome pair that sperms carry are genetically identical. Right? So that's all I can read on this. Right? So let me just get some precept and show you that you come, you know, the male and the female come from the father. All right, and this all through the scriptures, right? This is all through the scripture. Matter of fact, let me get all right, let me just start from this here. This is Jeremiah 16:3. It said, for thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mother that bear them. Bear, right? She bear them, right? And concerning their father that begot them in this land. So begot, right? Go to the word begot, right? Begot, right? Past, beget, begot, especially of a man bringing a child into existence by the process of reproduction. So you come from your father, right? You come from your father. Your mother does bear you, right? She bear you for 9 months. He plant his seed in the soil, right? And the seed develop in the soil, right? But the seed, the sperms of the man can determine the race of that child, right? Let me get the next one, eh? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 22. verse 3. He said, an evil nurture man is the dishonor of his father that begot him. So your fathers begot you, right? He said, and a foolish daughter is born to his law. So the man carry the X and Y chromosome, right? He determined the gender of the child and also the nationality of that child, right? Your fathers who begot you, right? Let me get, right? They mentioned that, wherever land you're born in, there's a race, there's a nationality or a race. They didn't say that, these people, these people, these top elite people know the truth, and they're still on themselves. You understand? They're still on themselves, right? Um, let me just get quick First Kings, right? First Kings 8 and 19, right? This is First King 8 and 19. Nevertheless, thou shalt not build a house, but thy sons that shall come forth out of thy loins. So his son shall come forth out of his loins. He said, he shall build the house unto my name. So he come forth out of his father's loins. A man is carry loins. You understand? The man is who carry the loins, right? Which is his rod, right? Uh, right? Right? Got loins there, loins. Let's see this one. Right? The man is who determine the race of the child, or determine the gender of that child. Right? Um, right? Let me let me just put it up here and see what I get in. Right? So all this thing is bigging up the mother. See the word bear, right? Verb used with object, born, bear, right? To hold up, to support. So your mother does bear you for 9 months, right? She does bear the man's seed. The man's seed develop in your womb, right? You understand? It didn't come from your mother, it come from your father, right? This world in total darkness. The people, the people in total darkness, total ignorance, right? This one, what right? This we gave for loins, right? He said, use not is a noun. He said, usually loins, the part of a human body or of a, let's say it's, all right, let's see, all right, yeah, Odyssey, right? It's, it said the part of the body between the hip and the lower ribs, especially regarded as the seat of a physical strength and generative power. He said the genital and public area, right? Genitalia, right? The private area for a man, right? Which is the loins, right? Which is loins, which is the marad, right? Um, right, let me get our next precept, right? Hebrew, right? Verse 7 and 10. Right, this is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 10. For he was yet in the loins of his father when Melchizedek meet him. So you come from your father, the sperms, right? This is the spirit of the man that he plant into the woman, and she bear the seed for 9 months. The seed develop in she. You understand? So you come from your father's loins, right? This is where you come from. The man determined the race of that child, right? The man determined the gender of that child, right? All this thing, all this woman, feminist thing, movement, the time up. Now it's time for the truth, right? Now it's time for the truth. We not gonna forget the pain of our mother that we should be in truth. We not gonna forget our mother, but the truth need to be told. We not pushing we mother in a car and forget she play a part in it, but the truth need to be told. You come from your father, right? The scripture actually tell you let me see if I find it, right? God, these people out here real simple and emotional. You understand? They don't deal with logics, right? They don't deal with logics, right? But the truth need to be told, right? Uh, uh, let me pull it up here. Select it. Let me get this one in Ecclesiasticus 7, right? Let me get this one in, right? Show you something. We don't we not gonna forget our mother, but we can speak the truth. We come from our father, right? If it's a male or a female, you come from your father, right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 27. It said, honor thy father and with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrow of thy mother. See that? So we not forget the sorrow of our mother because what? She gets sorrow through childbearing, right? That's part of the courses that put on all women through Eve, right? Remember that thou was begotten of them, and how canst thou recompense them the thing that they have done for thee? You understand? So we not gonna forget the sorrow of our mother. You understand? We should be true childbearing. You understand? But the truth need to be told. The truth is that you come from your father, right? This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 8. For the man is not of the woman, so the man is not of the woman, right? But the woman of the man. You understand? So the man carry Y and X chromosome. Y is to the male, Y determine the Y chromosome, determine the male, and the X chromosome determine the female, right? He said, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. You understand? So male and female come from the man, right? The truth need to be told, right? Um, this is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they determined their pedigrees after their family by the house of their father. Right? Pedigrees. Let me go and see what the word pedigree say there, right? Right? me see what the blue letter saying. Alright. Alright, it said begot, you see? Begot, bear, born, bring forth, bear, right? You understand? It said to bear, to bring forth, to begot, gender, travail, to bear, to bring forth, right? This is the word pedigree, right? Um, right? Let me get this word right here. Right? The society push, put women on a pedestal and think they is the one who do all who deserve all this praise. No. All the praise go to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? But it's a pedigree, right? Which is a noun. It's an ancestral line, line of descendant, lineage, ancestry, lineage, right? We go to the word lineage, right? Um, right, basically tell you the same thing. Um, we go to ancestry, right? Um, it's a person from who one descendant for bear, progenitor, right? You get progenitors, you would say. It's a biological related ancestry, a person or thing that first indicate a direction, right? Basically, this going back to your father, right? You understand? It's going back to your father. Your father determine the race of the child, right? You understand? Father determine the race of the child, right? Let me try it and let me see. Let me see what Google say. All right. Let me see what Google said. All right. Basically, he said the same thing. He said a record and ancestry or lineage of a person or family. Right. See, descendant lineage line come to me going back to your father, genealogy, family tree, right? Race, see everything going back to your father, bloodline, stock. You understand? Everything going back to your father, right? Right? It's a lineage. It's a direct descent from an ancestry, or pedigree, right? Everything leading back to your father, right? Right? So everything that's going back, everything that's leading back, you understand? Um, right? So we go back to this. Right? So the pedigree is determined who the child race gonna be, our nationality, right? Lineage, right? Numbers 1 and 18, and they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declare their pedigrees after their family by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their pool, right? So it's determined by your father, right? There's a child, so like your race and nationality is determined by the father, right? And there's how the gender of a child is determined by the father, right? So the truth need to be told, right? The truth need to be told. All these lies, that we will start, you know, you understand? Yeah, so the truth need to be told. So, this article here, right? It said which parent determine the race of the child, right? Which answer is the father, right? Just be through the precept to prove that, right? The fathers determine the race of the child, not the mother, father. But this person, Mary DeWitt, said both, which is incorrect. So your father is who's determining the race of the child, and with that, Holy Testaments edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders who rule at Great Stone. Blessed sanitation to the Akiums, to the folk and the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity. Jude, Shalom.